Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we will be taking this wig from a black wig to this healthy ginger colored wig. So if this sounds like what you are interested in, you might want to sit around to the end of this video. So because this is a 24 inches 400-gram bouncy wig, I'll be using a big bowl for this process because I need space. And the first thing we want to do is bleach this hair, and for that we will be using our bleaching powder. Any quality bleaching powder of your choice can work for this process. I'll be using my developer in the 30 volume, and I'm going to go ahead to mix this thoroughly, bit by bit, until they are both thoroughly mixed. And then you can take note of the consistency I had it in before I proceeded to the next step. Now, once I've mixed my bleaching powder and my developer and I'm okay with this consistency, take note of the consistency you see on the screen, I'm going to go ahead to pour my boiled water into this bowl. Now, the amount of water we are pouring into this bowl has to be something not too small, not too big, but something that is going to be able to accommodate our voluminous hair, because remember, we're working with a 400-gram 24 inches wig. Now, when I go through my hair coloring process, I like to do things step by step, just so I'm able to, control the whole outcome at the end of the day. So I'm going to pour in a little hot water first, then mix. Then if I'm not okay with the quantity in the bowl, I can go in to add a little more hot water until I get my desired volume and consistency. Remember, just enough to accommodate every strand on this wig. Now, once I'm satisfied with this process, I'll introduce the wig into this mixture. Please don't be like me. Use gloves for this process. It's important. I didn't realize I had run out of gloves, but I needed to do this coloring on this day. And when I tried substituting this plastic bag for gloves, it just didn't work. It wasn't even convenient, so I had to do away with it and continue with my bare hands. But please, if you have sensitive skin, this is not even negotiable. Please get your gloves. So the next step is just to make sure that this product gets into every part of this hair as fast as possible, so they can all bleach at the same time. If you are quite sluggish with it, one side could bleach faster than the other side, and you don't want that because it will reflect in your coloring at the end of the day. So you want to just make sure you get this product into every strand of this hair at almost the same time. So from the video, you will realize that even while you are still distributing and making sure the product gets into every part of this hair, while you are still on it, you realize that the hair would have started changing color, the hair would have started getting bleached already. But don't get carried away. All you need to do is continue and ensure that you take your time with this particular process. It is very important that you do so. So once I'm satisfied with what I already have, I'm going to be putting this in a Ziploc bag because mind you, this is still hot. Remember, we used hot water to, process the products initially. So this is supposed to still be hot. Now we're putting it in a Ziploc bag. You can use a foil if you want. That's to speed up the process, but a Ziploc bag is just as fine. So we're going to be leaving this for 30 whole minutes. So the time is currently 10:40. We should be back by 11:10 to check what we already have. You can set a timer or an alarm for that, but we're back in 30 minutes, and I'm just going to check how well this lifted, and I was satisfied with what I already had. But if you want a way more brighter shade of color for the hair you are working on, then you can leave it to stay longer. So I just went on to check out every part of the wig to ensure the bleaching was uniformed, and because this shade works perfectly for me, I went on to thoroughly wash out the product from the hair, then proceeded to the next step. Now I'm going to be pouring my Adore dyes into the bowl, and because of the shade of ginger I want to achieve, I'll be using the original Adore dye in Sunset Orange, Cajun Spice, and the French Cognac. These three shades can give you a ginger looking color depending on the shade you want, okay? So I just mixed them up because I wanted their individual shades on this wig. So once I'm done mixing thoroughly, I'm going to introduce hot water again into this. Again, just enough to accommodate every strand of this wig at once even. Because if it doesn't accommodate all the strands at once, the side that got into the water first will take up the color, and there will be no color for the other side that didn't get into the water immediately. And trust me, you do not want that. So when I'm done mixing, before I put in my clean washed hair into this, you would need to protect your lace so it doesn't get too ginger or too orange. And for that, I used a conditioner for it. Another thing I do before I put in the whole hair is do a strand test. So I'm going to take out a little weft from the wig and put into the water to see what the color would be like, or what the color would look like, to be sure I would like the result before I then proceed to putting in the whole hair into the water. I had already done this at the beginning of camera, but it's important to know that before you start coloring anything, make sure you do a strand test. It's very important. And of course, I like my results, so I'm just going to proceed now. So from the video, you can be able to tell that the hair has taken up all the colors. Then I proceeded to rinse it out. This is a freshly rinsed out wig. And after that, the next thing you want to do is proceed to treatment. For treatment, you can use your revamping products like your argan oil, your hair mayonnaise, your conditioner. You can mix them up all and apply onto the hair, because you just went through a chemical process, right? If you skip this process, the quality of your hair could feel coarse at some point. And of course, you don't want that. So you're going to generously apply this product to get onto every strand on this wig, just as we've been doing since the very beginning of this process. Now Now, by the time you are done applying this product generously, so long as they are good and original products, you will be able to see the shiny effect the product restores back onto the hair. Now, I'm just going to take this and put it into a plastic bag and ensure it is airtight. You can choose to leave this overnight so the product can get in before you wash off the products. But if you have a steam bag, you do not need to wait that long. Just put the hair into the steam bag to steam for about 15 to 20 minutes and then you're good to go. So that was exactly what I did, and then I washed it off and air dried. And now this is the result of what it looks like after air drying. You can see how lush and healthy this looks. Now the next thing you want to do is proceed to style however you want, and then our hair is ready. So if you stay to this point of this video, don't forget to subscribe and of course share, because you know sharing is caring. So if you have friends that would be interested in seeing this, whether they are hairstylists or whether they are DIY girlies, just share the video. And with that, I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye and thanks for watching.